Is the new Galaxy Z Flip 7 really offering anything new when it comes to the camera? If you're hoping for a major upgrade this year, you might want to lower your expectations, because it looks like Samsung is sticking with the same setup we've seen before. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 is expected to launch this summer, and while it's one of the most recognizable foldable phones out there, the camera changes seem to be, well, pretty much non-existent. Let's break it down. The Galaxy Z Flip series has always been about sleek design and that cool foldable screen, but the camera system, it's never really been the star of the show, and from what we know so far, the Flip 7 is following the same pattern. Like its earlier versions, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 will come with 2 rear cameras and 1 front-facing camera. No surprises here. And yes, that also means no telephoto lens, again. People have been asking for it for years, but Samsung just doesn't seem ready to add one to its compact foldables. Why? Well, space is tight inside a foldable phone, and that makes it hard to squeeze in extra camera parts. So, what kind of camera are we getting this time? Let's start with the main camera. Reports say it will be the same 50-megapixel camera with an aperture of f1.8 that we saw in the Galaxy Z Flip 6. The sensor size is said to be 1NAR 1.57 inch with a 23mm field of view. In plain terms, this means you'll probably get similar photo quality, unless Samsung has made big changes to the image processing software. That's one area where Samsung does have some room to play. Even with the same hardware, better software can change how your photos look, but if there are any improvements this time, they'll probably come from behind the scenes rather than any new camera parts. Next is the ultra-wide camera. Again, no surprises here. It's expected to be the same 12-megapixel f2.2 lens that Samsung has been using for years. It works fine, but it's not groundbreaking. And honestly, some users might have preferred a zoom lens instead, but with space so limited inside the Flip, Samsung is sticking with what fits. Up front, we're looking at a 10-megapixel selfie camera. This should be good enough for video calls and casual selfies, but again, it's not anything we haven't seen before. Now, about performance. Just because the cameras are the same on paper doesn't always mean the results will be identical. According to past tests like the camera score from Phone Arena, Samsung phones with the same hardware can still perform differently because of software changes. In fact, the Galaxy S25 scored worse than the S24, even though both had the same camera setup. So there's still a bit of mystery here. The Flip 7 might surprise us if Samsung has made smart software tweaks, or it might end up feeling like a copy-paste of last year's phone. At the end of the day, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 isn't expected to be a major leap forward, at least not when it comes to the camera. But for those who love the foldable style and want a reliable, stylish phone, it could still be worth a look. Just don't expect it to blow you away with photography. If you want to stay updated on the latest from Samsung and find out how the Flip 7 performs once it's officially released, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you the facts without the fluff. Is this the year Samsung finally takes foldable camera quality seriously? That's what a lot of people are wondering as the Galaxy Z Fold 7 gets ready to launch this summer. In the past, Samsung's foldables haven't been known for having great cameras. Sure, they've been decent, but never really at the level of the main Galaxy S series. But this year might finally be different. If the leaks are true, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 could bring some long-awaited upgrades that improve not just the hardware, but also your overall photo and video experience. Let's start with the basics. Like the previous Fold models, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will have 5 cameras in total. That includes a triple camera setup on the back, plus 2 front-facing selfie cameras, one on the outside display and one under the main inner screen. The big change this time seems to be the main camera. Leaks suggest that Samsung is upgrading the main sensor to a 200-megapixel camera, similar to the one used in the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition. This is a huge improvement over previous models, which have stuck with older camera hardware for a while now. So what's the benefit of having 200 megapixels? For one, it gives Samsung more flexibility. With such a high-resolution sensor, you can crop images and still get a lot of detail, almost like having a zoom lens built into the main camera. This could help the Fold 7 deliver better zoom shots, even if you're not using the dedicated zoom lens. But Samsung isn't dropping the zoom camera. The telephoto lens is expected to stick around, and it will likely stay the same, a 10-megapixel sensor with 3x optical zoom. That's decent, though a bit behind what some other flagship phones offer these days, especially when it comes to long-range zoom. The ultra-wide camera also isn't expected to change, so we'll probably see the same 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens with a 123-degree field of view, just like in the Galaxy Z Fold 6. While not groundbreaking, it's still a solid performer for wide-angle shots. Now, what about the selfie cameras? Don't expect anything new here. Samsung seems to be keeping the same two front-facing cameras, a 10-megapixel selfie cam on the outer screen and a 4-megapixel under-display camera on the main folding display. The under-display one is still not known for great quality, but that's the trade-off for having a camera that hides behind the screen. It works, but you won't be getting amazing selfies from it. This decision makes sense, though. Upgrading under-display cameras is still tricky, and most phone makers haven't found a perfect solution yet. So, will all of this add up to a better camera experience? Most likely, yes. Samsung has always been strong in software processing, and now with a better main camera sensor, the Fold 7 could finally compete more closely with other top-tier flagship phones. Are faster charging speeds and longer battery life finally coming to the Pixel phones? With the Pixel 10 series expected to launch in August 2025, it's clear Google has something big in store. It's not just another release, it's the 10th generation anniversary of Pixel devices. The lineup will likely include the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, and the large Pixel 10 Pro XL. Everyone's talking about the new Tensor G5 chip, the first one made fully in-house and built using a 3nm process by TSMC. That means better performance and power efficiency. But what about the thing most users care about every day? Battery life and charging. Let's talk about the battery capacities first. According to leaks, the Pixel 10 and Pixel 10 Pro are expected to have 4,700 mAh batteries. The Pixel 10 Pro XL could go slightly bigger, with a 5,060 mAh cell. These aren't huge upgrades from the Pixel 9 series, but the efficiency gains might still give us longer screen time. This improvement likely comes from the new Tensor G5 processor. Unlike the older chips, which were built on Samsung's platform, the Tensor G5 uses a much more efficient 3nm process by TSMC. That should help the phones use less energy for the same tasks. Another smart change is the rumored switch to the MediaTek T900 modem, which is known to be less power-hungry than the Samsung-made modems used in earlier models. This could be a big deal, especially during 5G tasks or video streaming, which usually drain the battery quickly. Also helping stretch battery life. LTPO screens on the Pro and Pro XL models, which can scale the refresh rate from 120 Hz all the way down to 1 Hz. This means the phone can save energy when displaying still images or reading content. As for actual usage, Google promises all-day battery life, with up to 100 hours possible when using extreme battery saver mode. While other phones, especially in the Chinese market, may boast battery sizes of over 7,000 mAh, Google is focusing on balance and software-based power management. Now let's talk charging. Big news here is the potential support for QI2 wireless charging across all 3 Pixel 10 models. QI2 improves coil alignment using magnets, charges more efficiently at up to 15 watts, and reduces heat. This is similar to Apple's MagSafe or the newer Samsung Galaxy wireless charging systems. That means no more guessing where to place your phone on the pad. It'll just snap into place and start charging properly. Wired charging is also expected to stay strong. Using Google's 45-watt charger, the Pixel 10 and 10 Pro may charge up to 55% in just 30 minutes. The Pixel 10 Pro XL could reach around 70% in half an hour. Similar to what we saw with the Pixel 9 Pro XL, wireless charging will also remain,